Hey guys, it's Nolan. Hope everyone is well. Hope you had a great weekend and trading is going good for you. I'm going to take a look at a few dollar pairs today and the dollar index, and I'm going to take a look at one cross pair as well, which I'm quite interested in. So dollar index, as you can see on this monthly time frame, looking very strong. And when you look to the left, I mean, we've broken convincingly this area of resistance back in March 2020. 2016. So you know, we look further now back to 2001 where we have this resistance at 121. I think we just touched 121 on there, so that's where this could be heading. It would be nice if we did get a little bit of a monthly correction, and when I say a monthly correction, I'd be looking at something like this. Can you see this nice bullish move here, and then we have a couple of months correction back towards the moving averages, and then we start to push up. Buyers in control of the market again, we make that new high. That's where we actually found a top in the market. But look, nice bullish move there on the monthly. Tops out, I should say, here, pulls back into the 8 moving average, and buyers come in. It would be nice if we saw that correction on the monthly on the dollar index. Will we see it? We don't know. We'll have to wait and see. At the moment, it's a bit of a runaway train at the moment. So we are looking to continue buying USD on pullbacks. For me, I would like to see the daily pullback just a little bit, maybe into 112. I'd like to see a couple of days worth of seller candles, just bringing price back towards that 8 moving average. And then if I see buyers come in again, then that'd be a great time to get along US dollar. So yeah, I would like to see, don't know whether it would be a fundamental reason or just a natural move in the market, but I would like to see a little bit of a correction here on this daily before I start getting along the US dollar again. But we'll see what happens. Let's have a look at some of the dollar pairs. So Aussie USD, look. This was Friday's candle. This is today's candle, still continuing to push down with that strong dollar. Now, I do feel that, especially as an end of day trader, you want to be staying away from this market at the moment. If you are looking to sell this, and let me just check the bigger time frames, because I want to make sure we're not selling into some support here. But no, we got a lot further to go, maybe 6,000, maybe less than that. But the daily, have a look at the daily. Now, this is the wrong time, in my opinion, to start selling this market. What I would be looking for is at least, at the very least, a daily candle to pull back. Here was our daily candle here, look. And that was a 1 candle pullback. When we get a 1 candle pullback and then the trend continues, that means that that trend is very strong. Ideally, we get at least 2 or 3 candles pullback. But for me personally, I like to see on the daily price coming back to at least that 8 moving average, which is the black line here. So here, I would be staying out of the market personally. I would like to see some buyers, a day's worth of buyers or a couple of days worth of buyers, bringing the price back up. Then I would be looking for sell opportunities. For me personally, at the moment, this is a little bit overextended, and when price is overextended, you would expect price to gravitate back towards the moving averages. So me personally, I'll be looking for at least 1 day's worth of buying, and then I'll start looking at the market again to see if there's any selling opportunities. And I suspect a lot of the markets will be like that at the moment. Let's have a little look at Euro though. Yeah, Euro, I mean, I've got this lovely, if I just take off the moving averages, got this lovely channel at the moment, so can look for price to come and test the bottom of this channel. We've had, if I just adjust my trend line there, we have 1, 2, could even count that, not quite touched it there, so okay, we won't count it. 1, 2, 3, maybe go for a 4th one, maybe looking at 94 there for the next move down on Euro. But I would like to see some buyers come in temporarily on Euro USD before I look to sell again. So you can see similar picture, similar picture to Aussie USD, just a little bit extended from the moving averages. I would like to see price come back towards that 10 moving average, 8 moving average at least before we see sellers come in again. But yeah, 94 might be a nice little area to target for any shorts on Euro USD. Pound USD, well, pound had a big drop on Friday. The early hours of the Asian session, the first few hours actually continued to drop over 400 pips, I believe, because this was Friday's candle here. So if I take price range there from the bottom there roughly to the low today, you know, it's near as, damn it, 500 pips dropped. That was until around 2 a.m. I think, and then from 2 a.m. the market started buying GBP again across the board, and we've actually retraced. Let's get that drawing tool back again, not the drawing tool, the price range tool, from the bottom here to where we are now. You know, we've actually retraced over 350 pips from the low of the Asian session. So interesting, very, very bearish market. Now I do see that this potentially coming to test parity. I'll just show you why. Just on a technical basis, we have our low here, extend the trend line across. We've nearly touched it here, as you can see, but we haven't quite. So we've got this trend line here, potentially a rising wedge actually, which is actually a bullish pattern. So at some point we would expect this to make a low and then have a pretty much explosive move towards the upside. But you know, with that very, very strong US dollar, no idea when that would happen. So we've got parity here at 1, where one British pound equals 1 US dollar. Could we come and test that? You know, even if it's just briefly, who knows? First things first, I'll be looking for the bottom of the structure to be tested. So, you know, look at this market on the weekly, bearish, bearish, bearish. It'd be great, again, like the other USD pairs, if we could get some form of decent pullback on the daily before we look to sell again. So just putting my moving averages back on, look where we are compared to the moving averages. We've had a decent move down, all the way down here. I would like to see some buyers come in, maybe a bullish candle tomorrow as well, bringing this back up towards the moving averages, maybe back towards this trend line here, which is the most immediate trend line with these two highs taken into consideration. So nice pullback towards this trend line, maybe even 112, who knows, but certainly towards the moving averages before I'll be looking for sellers to come into the market again. If you are buying the USD at the moment across any of the pairs, it does need to be intraday, and I would be getting in and out if I'm honest with you, because for me, like I say, this USD is due. I mean, for me on the monthly it's due a pullback, but it's definitely due a pullback on the daily. So we might see tomorrow, maybe even the rest of the week, we might see some USD weakness come into the market before we see the buyers come in again. And I was going to talk about a cross pair, wasn't I? That's Aussie CAD. So a very, very basic way of trading is to look at the order of moving averages to ascertain whether a chart is bullish or bearish. Okay, so this is the daily time frame with an 8 moving average and a 20 moving average. You can see when the 8 is above the 20 with angle and separation, we have our uptrend. Moving averages cross over, and then we start to see price push to the downside. So this here, this formation here, to me looks like a what's called a bearish flag. So if I was to draw an impulse, correction, impulse, this is a correction, and we might get another impulse again, taking this back down to 0.87, and this looks like a bearish flag, which we actually closed below the CTL on Friday. Now, to our traders, I sent this chart out and saying look for shorts, and first target will be 88.30, which we actually hit overnight. So now we've got price pulling back, and I would be looking for a sell setup for price to then continue down towards 0.87. So just looking at the 4 hourly, this was an area I also mentioned to the traders in our watch list that we send out every Sunday. 0.89, just an area where we saw support here. We broke, could be an area to watch for potential resistance. So we've come close to the area. Actually, the high there is 88.98, so literally 2 pips away from where I was looking to sell from. But what's also important for me is the fact that we've come and interacted with this 20 moving average on the 4-hour time frame. When I'm trading a 4-hour time frame, I actually like to see obviously a trending market, because I want to be trading with the trend. Like I said, it's where the smart money is, you know, trading with the trend. But I like to see price pull back to the 20 moving average on the 4-hour and below before I start entering into any trades. So this is interactive with the H4 now. So ideally what I'm going to see is an evening star pattern form. Now this candle will close in 58 minutes. If it closes like it is now, then it's going to be a bullish candle. What I'd like to see after that, so that would be in the UK, 6 p.m. till 10 p.m. candle, would be a bearish candle and an evening star form, an evening star formation. So it's a 3 candlestick pattern. Now that candle would need to close below 50% of the range of candles, these candles 1 and 2. So we need to close below this 50%, and for me as well, I'd want it to close below this 8 moving average on the 4-hour time frame. So what I'm looking for basically is for price to pull back into the zone here, 89, or the 20 moving average, and I want to see, I can't draw it, so let's do it again. I want to see sellers come into the market. So yeah, we've had this nice bullish move here. I want to see evidence of sellers coming into the market. So a nice strong bearish close for the next, not this one, the next 4-hour candle would be a potential good sign of sellers coming into the market. So what I'm taking is this as our first impulse down. This is our correction, and I'm looking for the beginning of what potentially could be the next impulse down. So keep your eyes on Aussie CAD, because there could be a nice setup here tonight actually. So yeah, keep your eyes on that. USD, like I say, for me personally, would like to see a day or two's worth of selling on USD to come in before we see those buyers come in again. So just be a little bit patient. You know, trading is a little bit like if you imagine kind of fishing, just waiting there, waiting for the fish to come along. Trading is exactly the same. It's just being patient and waiting for the right time, the right trade to come along, waiting for the right setup. So yeah, continue dollar strength until proved otherwise. Look for some pullbacks, look for setups, be patient, and Aussie CAD, that may set up later depending on if we can see sellers coming into the market here on H4. Alright guys, have a great week, and we'll see you in the next video, which should be on cryptos, I believe, with Mark. So look out for that very, very soon. Take care guys, bye.